In today's video, I wanted to share with you this 10,000 foot overview of what your journey of manifesting your specific person is gonna look like. And the reason I wanted to do this is if you know what's gonna happen along the way, if you know what to anticipate on the process of manifesting your specific person, your journey is gonna become much smoother. And another thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is whether it's necessary for you to take actions or not, because this is a question that I get asked a lot and a lot of people don't know the answers. And I remember in my own journey how much I was struggling to find out like what to do. By the end of this video, you'll gain all the insights that's necessary in order to manifest your specific person. So if you're interested in learning about this, stay tuned and let's get started. So the reason why I'm doing this video is there are a lot of videos out there which teach you different techniques and how to manifest your specific person or any kinds of manifestation, right? But I haven't really seen any videos so far that talk about the overall view of what the process of manifesting looks like, especially when it comes to manifesting a specific person. I mean, Joseph Rodriguez, he has great channel on these insights, and he talks about the overall outview of what the journey looks like, but I have yet to see any videos about specific person from him, and he's one of the channels that I love a lot. And other channels that I've seen so far, they mostly focus on the techniques. That's why it felt necessary for me to make this video today. So let me take you to my computer screen so we can get started from there. A lot of things we're going to cover on this video is going to be based upon the law of assumption, and you must know about law of assumption. I have a lot of videos on this topic if you are not aware of it. So this is going to be a more of a step-by-step guide on manifesting your specific person. And also another thing that we're going to be addressing on this video is whether if it's important for us to take actions while manifesting or not. So first of all, let's talk about the thought transmission. And if you have read Neville's book, Prayer, the Art of Believing, I believe this is the chapter 5. And according to thought transmission, you can basically sum it down to two parts, right? The people in your reality, they reflect your assumptions about them. So for example, if you think of them as somebody who's loving, caring, that's what they're gonna show to you. Or if you think them as somebody who is cruel and they're not really kind, that's what they're gonna reflect to you. Another thing is that they also reflect your assumptions about yourself. So what do I mean by this is, if you think in their eyes they see you as somebody who's really beautiful, attractive, that's what they're gonna see you as. But at the same time, if you think that they're judging you for being defective, or they think that you're unworthy or something like that, that's what they're gonna see you as. Most of these thoughts are reflecting your own assumptions about yourself, and that's how they're gonna treat you too. So now let's talk about intentions. Intentions are the tools, the power tools that we can use in order to manifest our desires. And intentions can be in the forms of imaginations, in affirmations, or in our talkings, or the mental conversations that we have in our mind all day long, or scripting, visualizing, all those kinds of different techniques. There are just different forms of intentions that you are setting in your mind. The thing that you have to remember is the intentions that you set, whether consciously or unconsciously, they are always working in your behalf. So once you pay attention to the thoughts that you're having and start changing them and creating affirmations and visualizations, imagination scripts, anything in order to move your journey forward, they're going to start creating a different shift in your life. So you can think of intention as tiny little robots that are out there working for you in order to change your reality in the way you want. Or you can think of them as little fairy working out there for you, okay? I know it may sound a little silly here while I'm talking about robots and fairies. Just try to think of this more as a thought experiment. Just think of your intentions as a fairy for this exercise for the rest of this presentation, okay? Think of intention as a fairy that's going out there doing all the work for you, and they're working to get your desire towards you. So can you think of what happens after that? What the fairies do once you set the intentions? Let's see what they're gonna do, okay? So scenario number 1, the fairies are gonna start to fly out towards your specific person, and they're doing magic to make your SP think about your specific person, think about you, miss you, want you, or realize your place in their life. They're just making your SP think about how awesome you are, in other words, okay? Or scenario 2, the fairies are simply paving the path for you to get towards your desire, which is to be together with your specific person. And they're paving the paths to make your wish fulfilled in any other possible ways besides influencing your specific person. And it doesn't always have to be one or the other. The fairies can be working out in these two scenarios, two different kinds of scenarios at the same time to make your specific person think about you, make you want more, or also creating the paths for you to get towards your SP and reconnect with them. Once you have set the intention, you have to completely forget about the how. Okay, because a lot of people just get stuck on the how part. They just keep obsessing on, they just keep thinking about what they need to do in order to get their desire. They try to contemplate different ways to get towards the desire. They think of different ways to manipulate the reality or different ways to communicate with their, they think of different ways to get in touch with their specific person. But honestly, that's not really important. That's not really necessary because most manifestations happen in unexpected ways where we may not be able to predict anything according to our past experiences. And also remember that the fairy is paving the path to bring you to your desire, also known as the bridge of events. Now let's talk about the bridge of events, okay? In order for you to get to your desire, what starts to happen is the bridge of events are gonna start to be created, and the bridge of events are situations that occur in between your time of setting intentions and until you manifest your desire. Okay, so and remember, all this time the fairy is doing her best to get your SP into your doorstep or something similar, right? Basically get them more attracted towards you, or creating pathways in order to make or create situations so you can be with your SP. So now here is the key, okay? It's not necessary for you to take actions during this time. Regardless of that, your wish is going to be fulfilled because things have already been set in motions on your behalf once you set your inner intentions. But the caveat is you have to keep persisting on your intentions and don't let too many doubts take over. You have to be really persistent on your intention and be aware about what your thoughts are focusing on, because that's the compass. You'll be able to figure out if you need to make any changes in order to create the kind of reality that you want. Because if your thoughts are still focusing on what is my SP doing, why are they not responding to me, why are they not reaching out to me, that means that you're still focused on the lack of not having a desire, and that's not gonna do you any good. Because once you set your intention, you have to sort of let it go. I'm not talking about just completely forget about your specific person, but you have to just start feeling more relaxed with yourself, start feeling more secure about yourself. And even if you don't see anything happen immediately in your reality, that shouldn't be bothering you so much, okay? But also, wait, there's one more thing that we need to talk about before we move on, okay? We also need to talk about inspired actions here. Along the way, we may get some ideas and inspirations to take certain actions. These ideas may come in the form of intuitions, signs, or someone telling you what to do. Performing this action will feel just right to you. You feel guided to take these actions, as if the fairy comes and whispers into your ear to do certain things. And it doesn't always have to be related to your specific person. And you don't really have to worry about this happening or not. Let's talk about some of the examples of inspired actions. For example, you go to some place or event where you end up reconnecting with your specific person just randomly. You get inspiration to post something on social media which leads up to your specific person commenting on that photo, and you strike up a conversation, and all of a sudden you guys are connecting better than ever before. Or if it's your first time ever communicating with your SP, it's just gonna like ignite that fire in order to build up that relationship. Or you may get inspired to text something random to them, and it could be something funny, and you're not doing this in order to get their attention. You're just doing this because you're feeling inspired to, without expecting anything in return. Or you may go to someone's wedding, although at first you may have not wanted to, and there you end up reconnecting with this specific person. And these are just some like random examples. Some of those are examples from my own life where I have been able to, where things have happened to me where I was able to connect with some of my specific person too. The key is you can't force this, or you can't contemplate for this to happen. You can't always be expecting for this to happen, okay? This is something that happens spontaneously, and when this happens, it's gonna kind of make you really surprised in a way. It's gonna throw you by surprise in a way. Also, if you feel inspired to do something but you are not able to act upon it, don't worry about it. There will be other opportunities that may come for you to take actions, or somehow the reality will create ways for your specific person to get towards you. So you don't have to really worry about that. Even if it's gone, like, you don't have to really worry about that. So you have to remember that this is your reality, and your reality is filled with infinite possibilities. And there are so many chances that you'll be getting in order for you to manifest your desires. Ultimately, by the end, when you have manifest your specific person, this is what your self concept, or what the transformation in you is going to look like. You'll have a new way of viewing your reality. You'll think and feel differently about yourself. You will think and feel differently about your specific person as well. You'll feel more confident and secure about yourself, and you'll feel more secure and confident about your relationship. And that's the end of the slide right there. But I want you to remember that this journey is different for everybody. It's not the same, okay? So you have to be really faithful in your own assumptions and your own affirmations, your intentions throughout this time. And that's the easiest way for you to get towards your desires. So going back to this first slide, okay? It's really important for you to start becoming more faithful on your assumptions or your intentions, so you can start manifesting what you want with ease. So from now on, if you think about your intentions or whatever you're trying to do in the process, whether it's like scripting, visualizing, think of this fairy who is going out there and working on your behalf. And think of this fairy who gets born right after you set any intentions, right after you do any visualization, and she just flies away to start getting your desire towards you. How powerful would that thought process be, right? How secure would that make you feel? And this is something that I wanted to share with you, because your thoughts, your assumptions, that's how exactly they're working out there for you. So you don't have to really worry about like what's happening out there, how your desire is going to come towards you, because just thinking and being in that state will feel very drowning. And I've experienced that too, because in my own journey too, I felt so drained out of energy when I was just focusing on how to make this happen, or how can I get somebody's attention, or whatever, right? Pay attention to your feelings, okay? How you're feeling throughout this journey too. Because if you ever start feeling this lack, some kind of discomfort in your body, that's giving you a signal that something needs to be changed. Try not to have such a big grasp on what you're trying to manifest, because sometimes that's the thing that's holding you back until you're able to let go of your desire. I'm not talking about completely forgetting, turning your back on your desire, but once you let go of that grip towards having your desire, that's when you'll let go of this lot of this resistance that you're feeling in your body too, right? And that's when you'll start becoming more secure in yourself. That's when you start creating space for your desires, your specific person to become more attracted towards you. And that's something that I really want you to pay attention towards. Just think of that fairy is already gone, working on your behalf already. There's nothing for you to worry about. So start feeling more calm, more relaxed right now. Whenever you think of your specific person, just think that they're coming towards you. There's nothing in this world that's going to stop them from coming towards you, regardless of whatever the circumstances, whatever the situations are going to be like. So, with that being said, guys, I trust that this video was able to give you some insights in depth on how to manifest your specific person. Now, if you can't remember anything else from this video, I want you to think of your intentions, your affirmations, your visualizations as this little fairy who is going out there to work on your behalf. And with that, I want to wish you all the very best. Happy manifesting. Goodbye and namaste.